the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People want to know when Mace, Pops, and Dave win. Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went. Legs, arms, and head, all being moved in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred, meaning credentials.
Coach, thank you much. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Who said the crowds wouldn't embrace football being back in L.A.? You certainly couldn't tell that by what we saw a few moments ago. These folks are pumped up as their Rams get set to do battle with Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Block 20. Check, 47. Value 1. Check 99.
Now the third leading rusher in the NFL last year, Todd Gurley. And from the 25, they worked this to the 29, a gain of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Y'all playing the wrong football. We're good. Smoke. No. Watch the safety creep.
Gone. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Last year for Everett, just 33 catches, 2 touchdowns, but he really has a chance to cement himself as a top tight end in this offense. People around the organization said he had a really good offseason, and he's ready to make that next step. On first down, it's Gurley. Gurley's got the first down and then some. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. It'll be a first down for the Rams there on a pickup of 18.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Hold on. Check.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down. A shotgun snap for Gone. Man open, it's Cup. He's got it. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. A Ram first down as Goff finds Cup. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on third down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. It makes it a lot tougher to run those.
Trying to find Cup, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, the rookie from Florida. 20. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Well, partner, I do know this. If you're a defensive back, you have more chances to make a team now than ever because people are using 5 defensive backs, 6 defensive back packages. Not exclusively, but way more than before. That was a nickel package there, and what a pickoff.
Why is that? Why are they using that more?
Because more people are throwing the ball on earlier downs than ever before. This has become a passing league, and because of that, more defensive backs on the field on most plays.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Let's make these babies cry.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
We're good. We're good.
From the gun, here's Goff. Taken down here. Great coverage downfield. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. And an update from a game going on out in Denver. The Broncos have taken the early lead. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10. This is Alvin Kamara, who made the Pro Bowl in each of his first 2 NFL seasons. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. To throw is Breeze. And complete, right side to Cook. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Hey, check. Mike 50, Mike 50.
Hey, easy.
Team, you got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
11.
Breeze going to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10.
Here we go. 0-2.
Shotgun now for Breeze. Flush, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
I got him.
4 down.
Watch quick.
Go, 12. Let's go.
Watch the eye. Check.
Goff going to hand it to Gurley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
3rd and 8.
Got 180.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
Here's Goff. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Eli Apple. And great field position coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
4 receivers now in the formation. 3 to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 7.
Kill.
To throw, it's Breeze. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and that'll make it 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
95-56. We're good. I'm full. Ready. Hey, easy.
52. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
From the gun on 3rd down, Breeze. And it's caught at the 7-yard line. And he gets the 1st down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal.
Ready. 5-9.
52 for Mike.
Hey, easy. Whoa.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Nickel Roby-Coleman there defensively.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Kill. Hey, wahoo!
Hey, 52, 52. I'm here.
Here we go.
50.
On second and goal, Breeze, and he whips that one incomplete there. He was trying to get it to his running back, Alvin Kamara, but now it's third and goal.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete.
Hey, easy. Hey, echo.
Check 52's the mic. Check 52's the mic.
Let him.
Keep it up.
Breeze now on third and goal. And it's caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. What's good on the extra point. And it's now 14-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. Trying to get it to Woods. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Hey, easy.
You got 3. 3 down.
Bravo.
52's the mic. Watch Mike. Check Mike.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. Over the middle, it's Jared Cook. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Jared Cook is a guy who's been around the NFL. He's been with the Titans, the Rams, the Packers, and the last 2 years in Oakland. Now he makes a move to the Big Easy, where he pairs with Drew Brees and forms a nice little threat.
Now Kamara. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He stayed afloat for a second there after the first wave of contact, but that was going nowhere.
Yeah, what did he tell us in pregame? I just don't want to get my feet stopped initially when I'm trying to make a run. That's exactly what happened there. Unfortunately, as you noted, got away a little bit from the first one, but the wave swarmed him under.
21. We're good. Right forward, ready. Hey, over.
52.
Here we go.
Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the mic. You don't want none.
From the gun, it's Breeze. Escaping the pressure right. And he will find a man here as Thomas comes open. First catch for last year's NFL catch leader, and it's a first down. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season.
Hey,
52.
On first down, Breeze. Flush to his right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowler Michael Thomas was the intended receiver. And now it's second down.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back.
Ready.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Kill, kill. Kill, kill. 61, matchbox lights.
Choose the mic. Check 50, choose the mic. Bandit.
Breeze now to throw. That's caught. It's Thomas. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Michael Thomas.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. The Saints on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
11.
Breeze to throw again. Going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Marching in for the sack, Michael Brockers.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. On 4th down, off goes Drew Brees, and on comes the Saints kicker, Will Lutz, for the field goal attempt. A 33-yarder from the left hash. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. On 4th down, off goes Drew Brees, and on comes the Saints kicker, Will Lutz, for the field goal attempt. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And Lutz puts this one through. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you got this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
A play fake to Gurley. Now gone. They'll roll him out right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Like 22, he's coming.
Two.
Come on, D. Check.
Now it's gone. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
That's what I'm talking about.
A loss of 17 yards. It's now 3rd down.
So we have reached halftime with the visiting Saints out on top as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set now to go for the 3rd quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
27-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Check. Rush in. And 58 is a mic.
Check. We go 21. Hey, easy. Hey, Delta.
Snap comes at 1. And now Breeze. Pass incomplete.
The first time I saw Marcus Peters is in a practice session when he's at the University of Washington. I literally was watching someone else, and my eyes kept going to him. I thought he played the corner position with extreme intelligence, even as an undergrad there.
What year was that?
It would have been his sophomore year at Washington, and he's carried over those same playmaking skills to the NFL, and we just saw him knock one away.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A nice pickup of 23 on the third down conversion.
And the Saints first down.
And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. So they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Double. Shoot. Check.
Curveball.
You got tight. You got tight right there.
Another carry now for Gurley. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. So many questions about Todd Gurley in the offseason. How good is the knee? I mean, remember, he had a heavy workload the last couple years, nearly 4,000 yards from scrimmage, 40 total touchdowns, but just 4 carries in the NFC Championship game, 10 in the Super Bowl. So we'll see what kind of usage he gets this season. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the third down conversion.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Come on. 20.
Check 56. Rabbit.
Now a first down throw. Gone. Throw left side, complete to Cup. And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 46-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Shift.
Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
On first down, gone. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was in search of his tight end, Tyler Higbee, but it'll be 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Goff now looking to throw. Right side complete. That's Woods. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 25-yard line.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Out of the gun. Gone. And that's caught left side. It's Woods. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling could lead to no yards gained.
Call it a gain of 5, and it'll be 3rd down. Throw left side complete. That's Woods. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Zuerlein, of course, last year had likely the iconic field goal of the season, booting that 57-yarder in the Superdome to send his squad to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, you really hurt the Saints fans on that one, didn't you?
Sorry.
They didn't want to hear that at all. But this guy deserves his nicknames. Greg the Leg, Legatron, because the ball goes through the post at a heavy rate. 87% in 2018.
At their own 24-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does, depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
And an update from a game going on out in Denver. And the Bears have scored again. They've got that one on cruise control. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here.
Squish, double. Hey, kill. 52. Mike 52. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Off the play fake to Kamara. It's Breeze. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Michael Brockers able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Third and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here.
Easy, opposite.
Here's Breeze to throw. And that is incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Jared Goff, 4 times last year, he led the Rams on a fourth-quarter comeback. He obviously didn't do it in Super Bowl 53, but can he do it here? Back to the air. Goff on second down. Open man right side is Kupp, complete. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Goff now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. First and 10.
Watch his flag. Watch his flag.
Tiger.
Check. Check.
A shotgun snap for Goff. Working the middle here, that's complete to Everett, the tight end. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Brings up second and 2.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Facing a second and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Goff, he's letting it flop. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, LA! Brandon Cooks, his first touchdown of the new season as his guys are back within a single score. Zerline connects on the extra point, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a second and 5. Now Breeze. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. The former Clemson Tiger, Sharon Peak, was the target, and it's 3rd and 5.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Now Breeze. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here we go.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 32-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here's gone. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Cup. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
It's 4th down.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
Hey, Steve 6. Steve 6. Mike 22 is coming. 22 is coming. Mike.
Here we go.
Mike 22. Mike 22.
What's that? Watch the sled.
What's that?
The Rams going for it on 4th. Gone. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Mike 22. Mike 22.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the second quarter, he may very well run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Now gone. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, only thing larger than his name is wingspan as he knocks that one away. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
Hey, Cal. Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike. All day, every day, any day.
He's back to throw. And now another one thrown incomplete. Figuring they're going for it on 4th down. Remember, though, they do have all 3 timeouts, so even if they don't get it, all is not lost.
Yeah, normally in this situation, when you're talking about having to go for it, everything is in this play. But as you noted, with those 3 timeouts, they actually have a little bit of a safety net.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
2 for 1. We're good. Mike 22.
They go ahead and snap it. Gone. Now a desperation throw. Deep depth. It's caught inside the 25. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done, down to the 15 from the 21. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 11 yards there, first down. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal.
Cut! 180! Check 56. You can't block me. You can't block me. Check safety. Check safety. Check 9. Check 9. Hey, watch it. Watch it. We go. 76. 76. 24. Watch 24.
This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Robert Woods with time running out as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and we are tied. (17-17) the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They run it again with Kamara. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you...
This is caught at the 20. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for Los Angeles, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.